Hey everybody, Sehari Q here. What's up? How you doing? For those that don't know me, I'm a creative designer and brand strategist, helping coaches, entrepreneurs, small business owners stand out and attract their ideal client, so they're not chasing them around. I do this by helping them develop multi-dimensional brand. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining. I do this from developing their brand in a multidimensional way. I think that's where I got cut off. Okay, so today I want to talk about where I find inspiration. I find that there's like half of us that's like, oh, I'm not really creative, and the other half are like, oh, I'm creative. It's real easy. And then we kind of like, inspiration, ideas, or if we, are sometimes we get creative blocks or writer's blocks, or all those things are things, so sometimes being motivated to have different inspiration is, it's a good thing. So, all right. Oh, also too, we're still doing the giveaway or whatever. Oh my gosh, I missed y'all yesterday. But motherhood was hard. So I'm going to be here today. I'm actually about to go to yoga class in a minute. That's why I got my coat on. Like, oh, let me hurry up. Okay, so starting with the first thing, for me, for me, meditation. I find a lot of inspiration in meditation when you just like, and you're like, all those worries or all those things that you're usually worried about are kind of like pushed to the side for even just a little bit of moment. I'm gonna use that. And you just get that clear head, and you'd be surprised like what your subconscious or what your quiet mind actually inspires you to do. I'm loving this outfit. Thanks, girl. I'm bringing the front back. I'm gonna make a song for that. But anywho, yeah, so through meditation, that really helps me. Another thing that really inspires me, I would say, is travel. Oh my gosh. I was just talking to talking to Alicia earlier today. Is that like, oh yeah, we trying to go like 2 places a month, in 2019 or whatever. I feel like I didn't really travel as much as I wanted to in 2018. But I got a lot of stuff done. And, yeah, when I am different parts of the world, you meet new people, different people, it really opens you up to, what's a norm and what's not, and maybe new ways of thinking and things like that, because, everywhere across the world, people are doing things differently. And what you may find is a luxury or what you may find is normal is not necessarily the same somewhere else. And so it just kind of really gives you a sense of gratitude in ways, even indirectly. And I find a lot of inspiration in that, because anytime you're, in a situation where you're able to think differently, or think outside of your box, that's growth right there. And, you're bound to come into levels of inspiration for that, or from those experiences. So that's me with travel. And then the second part of travel too is like the scenery. Like, some of those breathtaking, sunsets and sunrises, and, some of those beaches and, blue waters, and tons of other stuff, the cultures and the art, the food, like, oh dang, I would have never put that together. That really, is like inspiring, especially from a designer's eye. I don't know anyone that's creative or artistic that doesn't get inspired from traveling to different cultures and seeing how, they do things or whatever. I know I see a lot of new faces. Sehari Q here, creative designer and strategist, helping entrepreneurs, small business owners, coaches stand out and attract their ideal client. So, which is funny, it really makes sense too. I don't know if you're looking on like my personal page, I took this dichotomy test, and I'm literally like half on everything. So that makes sense where it's like I'm half designer, half strategist. Anywho, I digress. So I was talking about travel, but yeah, and because of the scenery, really what most of the time what it ends up being is like nature. Like, man, nature is so beautiful. Or like those flowers that grow through the concrete, and Just, like the trees that can grow sideways, or I don't know, nature, just when you think you got it figured out, you're like, you do that too. Huh, okay. So nature is a really big inspiration for me, even in the imagery, the colors, the scents, So I would say nature is one of them. And kids' innocence. Oh my gosh, kids' innocence is like a really huge inspiration to me, because you just never know like where they're gonna like break you down in your thought process to like, oh wow, like society has really added this on and added that on to my ways of thinking, but like a kid will make it so simple, and you'll be like, thanks for that. So kids' innocence, and through their innocence, their innovation, because kids don't think that you can't do something. It's like, what do you mean I can't fly? My wings just haven't grown in yet. Like, calm down, I'll be flying next week, and that's just like one of those beautiful things, because how much further would we go, or how much deeper would we try if we still had that child's innocence of like, yeah, anything's possible, for real. So yeah, kids and their innocence definitely inspires me. So, and speaking of innocence and innovation, like my kid, she isn't like me. Like, if she could, she'd go live all day, every day, and keep y'all on for like a good 20 hours, but like at least 12 hours she could go live, and like, understand that everybody on the whole world on the other side is watching, and she'd be like, great, like all of them, like, are you sure all of them are watching? And be like, no, not like that, but she definitely likes the spotlight, loves to be watched and stuff. And she said, mommy, I'm going to be a singer, and mommy, I'm going to be, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So, that's kind of like gauging how I like, do my homeschool thing with her, is based off of the things that she kind of just naturally says she wants to do and that she loves. And one of them is kind of like art. And, it was getting to the point where like, the paintings are kind of piling up here, I can put them all on the wall, but, and she's like, well, Mom, I want to do work, like make the money, like you. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, like, all right, so how much you want to sell your paintings for, It's me just, like, I'm going to be the hype man to the end. She's like, oh yeah, 40. I'm like, oh, 40, okay. 40? She said 70. I was like, okay, paintings are 40 or 70. Got it. I'm thinking that I'm going to have to do with like, she's like, oh, 8 cents or something, like, oh, wait, baby, they're materials. So I was going to have to go through that, but no, she went straight to like, run me to, okay, 40 or 70. I'm like, okay. So then I go back and look at her paintings like, you know what? Okay, I can. All right. Ooh, this gonna be one of the 70 ones. It's gonna be one of the 70 ones. Because I just wasn't even thinking of it that way. And it's like, man, even kids, they know their worth. They know their worth. They not stuttering about it. Come on, I told you, let's go. And I'm like, okay, well, your ceramic pieces, those take you a little bit longer to do. There's more that goes into those. How much you selling your pottery pieces for, your little, the things that you make, ceramics. She's like, 70, 80, 90. I was like, oh, okay. First of all, like, who taught her this stuff? Like, I mean, can I coach you on something? Or you just, or should I be sitting down taking notes? Is that at this point is what I'm thinking. So yeah, and we kind of talk about it and play around with, what, her business is going to be named and all of that. But yeah, even just in that business, strategy session I had with her, I was inspired, like, ooh, I guess it's not so hard for pricing. Here I am taking 24 hours to mull over some stuff. And yeah, so she's super inspiring. So on that note, I'm gonna like show you guys some of these paintings that are in the stockpile, and you'll see why they're 40 or 70 eventually, whenever we get to that point. So sometimes she's helping me figure out brand color schemes. She picks her own colors, her own like brushes and tools. Some of them have like underlying scrapings. She gets kind of passionate in some of them. Any of y'all looking at it like, oh, I'm trying to think of some logo colors, I'm trying to think of some brand colors, y'all can look to some of these, because I know it's going to spark some ideas. It did for me. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to come on here and tell you where I find inspiration. And yeah, see you guys soon.